What's up guys, and welcome to Wall Street Millennial. On this channel, we cover everything related to stocks and investing. Today we're looking at some of the greatest gains and losses on the WSB forum over the past week so we can learn from other traders' experiences. Before we get into the video, make sure to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. First off, we have some epic weed stock gains from user Golden Towels, who made some impressive tendies on weed stocks. He owns shares of Canadian marijuana producers Canopy Growth Corporation and Afria. The OP hails from Canada, and on the Toronto Stock Exchange, Canopy Growth's ticker symbol is WEED. That's a much more fitting ticker symbol than CGC, its name on the New York Stock Exchange. All in all, he owns 765 shares of Canopy Growth and 1,100 shares of Afria. Both have increased massively in recent weeks and minted this user a 422% and 411% gain on both positions. Between the two, he made more than $70,000 of gains off a base of less than $20,000. Unlike most WSB degenerates, the OP had a long-term investment horizon and actually bought these stocks 5 years ago, when weed stocks were first starting to benefit from the legalization hype. He saw his position skyrocket in 2018 at the height of the weed craze, and instead of selling at the top, he diamond hands the position and kept holding even as they tanked in 2019. At the time, he was taking a personal finance class in college, and his professor said, "Children, I want you to each borrow $500 from your parents, throw that into the market and have fun with it. You'll probably lose. In fact, you will lose it, and when you do, you will either never trade again or make it your life mission to learn what you did wrong." The point of the quote is, as an investor, it is good to lose a small amount of money at the beginning. That way, you can hopefully learn from your mistakes and have better risk management once you are playing with larger amounts of money. The OP took his professor's message to heart and learned from his mistake of failing to sell at the top in 2018. After backholding shares for all these years, weed stocks finally started to soar again on hopes that the new administration will be more supportive of legalization. A few days ago, we posted a poll about this topic, and more than half of respondents think that Biden will legalize marijuana at the federal level in 2021, at least for medical usage. This optimism has sent shares of cannabis stocks soaring, which resulted in the $70,000 gain for this WSB user. The OP's diamond hands over the past 5 years finally paid off, and he has now finally decided to take profits by selling out of the position. He learned his lesson from 2018 when he diamond hands his way through the weed stock crash and doesn't want to make the same mistake twice.
Fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
As the great Jim Cramer says, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered.
Most important rules for investing, starting with number 1. Bulls make money, the bears make money, and pigs, they get slaughtered. Look, I say this all the time because so often in my career, I've seen moments where stocks went up so much that people were intoxicated with their gains. Of course, they thought they were geniuses too. However, it's precisely at this point of intoxication that you need to remind yourself not to act like a pig.
The OP doesn't want to become a pig, and at this point, after bagging nearly 420% gains, not selling would be greedy. And even though he took profits on the weed stocks, he has no intention on switching to boomer value investing. His money is currently in a tax-free savings account, the Canadian equivalent of an IRA, so he can't touch the money for many years. In the meantime, he will probably plow his realized gains into weekly options in true WSB fashion. Congratulations on taking your profits, and we wish you luck on your future plays. Next up, we have the user Hate My Darn Job, who posted a screenshot of his account taking $45,000, or 99.65% since he started trading. He started out with $45,000, a respectable sum of savings, but now all that is left is $159, about enough to buy half a Nintendo Switch. His losses come from playing weekly FDs on volatile meme stocks including AMD, Tesla, Facebook, Apple, and FedEx. All of these stocks performed strongly over the course of 2020, and he would have made a lot of money if he had just bought and held the stock or long-dated call options. But when you're playing weekly FDs, you have the potential to lose large amounts of money even if the stock moves favorably in the long run. He initially made some small successes, and this gave him confidence to scale up his bets and go all in. But every time he sized up his positions, the markets moved against him and he lost all of the gains from his prior successful bets, and then some. He hopes this loss point can serve as a warning to young, up-and-coming WSB degenerates. YOLOing on options is not a get-rich-quick scheme, and you can lose everything you put in. People often see game porn on WSB YOLOers making hundreds of thousands of dollars in just a few days, but these successful YOLOers only make up a small percentage of the 9.1 million degenerates that make up the WSB community today. For every successful degenerate, there are at least an equal number of unsuccessful degenerates who lose everything, like the OP. He suggests that WallStreetBets users should only play with money that they can afford to lose, and it pains him to see so many WallStreetBets users who lost their life savings on an unlucky YOLO. But despite his bad luck over the past year, he is not giving up. He started a new account for the new year and will be back with an update on his performance in 6 months. We wish you luck. Next off, we have the crazy story about an attempted coup of the WallStreetBets subreddit that happened a few weeks ago. On February 3rd, an anonymous moderator by the name ZJZ made a post with the cryptic title, quote, "WallStreetBets will die unless the admins save us," unquote. After the GameStop saga, popular interest in WallStreetBets went through the roof and the forum was finally starting to get attention from mainstream news outlets. According to ZJZ, some old moderators who left years ago suddenly decided to come back and take control of the forum so they could eventually monetize its newfound fame. They were allegedly setting up private email accounts to talk to news outlets and were trying to get a movie deal to profit off the WallStreetBets brand. Some of these infiltrators even floated the idea of starting some WallStreetBets related cryptocurrency scam to take advantage of all the hype surrounding the forum. ZJZ's post was quickly deleted and he was kicked out of the forum, presumably by these new moderators who he was criticizing. And it wasn't just ZJZ. Many of the active moderators started getting kicked by the returning infiltrators, who were essentially trying to orchestrate a takeover and eventually sell out the WallStreetBets brand to get movie deals and media attention. There was popular outrage amongst the WallStreetBets users who wanted the Reddit to remain a free forum unaffiliated with any mainstream media, and a few days later, Reddit finally came in to clean up the situation. They removed the infiltrators for violating the platform's guidelines. While this situation was unfolding, Reddit briefly took the WallStreetBets subreddit private until they could resolve the issue. To Reddit's credit, the issue was resolved quickly and they seem to have succeeded in maintaining the integrity of WallStreetBets. While Reddit's current CEO has not given any public interview since the GameStop saga, Reddit co-founder Alexis Ohanian came on CNBC on January 28th and expressed his support of WallStreetBets.
Joining us right now is Alexis Ohanian. He's the founder of 776. He's also the co-founder of Reddit. So Alexis, you're really the guy that unleashed all of this. It's really good to see you. You're an investor who's been thinking a lot about this, but you've been watching what's been happening with Reddit, and just give us your thoughts on this. How have you seen this play out?
Sure, and to be clear here, you know, I'm no longer on the board of Reddit. I'm not here to give financial advice. Purely though, like as an observer of these internet trends and having gotten a front row seat thanks to co-founding Reddit, you know, this is a culmination of a lot of energy and a sort of kismet situation where, you know, a lot of things lined up. I know Chamath was on here yesterday doing a pretty good job summing up a lot of the sentiment, the future governor of California. And I think the thing that for me has been so clear is that this, like a lot of things on the internet that really go viral and take on a life of their own, has become something much bigger. And I think even just looking at the comments around the internet is something that's very personal to a lot of people, and a chance for, you know, John or Joe and Jane America, the sort of retail buyers of stock, to flex back and push back on these hedge funds. And I do think this is a seminal moment. I don't think we go back to a world before this, because these communities, they're a byproduct of the connected internet, and whether it's one platform or another, this is the new normal. And we've watched the internet now over the last 10, 15 years, thanks to the rise of social media and all this infrastructure, really bring a bottom-up revolution to so many industries. We've seen this across media, we've seen this across so many different sectors, and now it is happening to finance. And I mean, it's nothing short of remarkable, and I really do think this is really the start of a new era for how we're going to sort of how we're going to perceive the public markets and the interaction of consumers with it.
He says the power of WallStreetBets and retail investors was made clear by the incident, and public investing will be forever changed. While in the past, big institutions dominated the market, with the rise of public forums like WallStreetBets, individuals finally have a voice and collectively can have just as much power as any hedge fund. And with the WallStreetBets community recently surpassing 9 million members, the voice of the individual investor is only getting stronger. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video. If you like this content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Check out our second channel, WSM Research, as well as our Instagram and TikTok accounts, links in the description below. If you have any gains or losses, let us know about them in the comments section below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Wall Street Millennial, signing out.